specifically Bill Kuchar, and he was very helpful in getting this done very quickly for me. I just think everybody there, from the tellers right up to Kevin Merchant, the president, everyone just is so personable and just makes life easy. I would highly recommend Jewett City Savings Bank for your business needs.
To learn more about how the commercial lending team at Jewett City Savings Bank can assist you, call 860-376-4444 or go to jcsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Ray Churchill from the Eastern Connecticut Performing Arts Association, inviting you to join us on Saturday, June 5th for the Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival at Urechko's Tree Farm in Griswold, Connecticut. 4 professional jazz bands will perform throughout the afternoon. Tickets are available at ecpaa.org. Relax outside and enjoy the best jazz, blues, and funk bands around. This is a rain or shine event. Feel free to bring coolers and baskets. Concessions will also be available. Please no pets. Gates open at 12:30 p.m. The Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival, June 5th. Get in the swing.
I love your music.
The flagship for Griswold Sports. Online and on your mobile device.
SNSN. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's 8:35 here in the borough of Jewett City. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we have a very special guest here this morning, one that we haven't seen in quite some time. He's had some personal trials and tribulations.
Personal.
That
help me. I've fallen and I can't get up.
It's Mr. Jewett City, Al Gear. Al.
Hey.
What's going
Give
on,
a hand for the man.
The man is Al. So Al, tell us, I mean, let's talk about like your accident and your journey that you've had the last year. It's kind of been.
It's been mostly down.
Yeah. And then we'll get into the Memorial Day celebration.
Absolutely,
and stuff,
absolutely. And well, what happened October 9th, I remember that day very well. 2020. 2020, by the way, was one heck of a year, as we all know, with the corona and all that crap.
It's kind of a double whammy for you, though.
Double whammy, yeah. So, anyways, one morning there on October 9th, I'm doing my morning chores of daily showering, and I go to turn around in the tub, and guess what? I take a dive backwards.
It's kind of shallow.
And it's kind of dive. Yeah. Do not dive here. Yeah. Anyways, fall backwards, hit my head on my vanity, check the back of my head, make sure I'm not bleeding. I'm not. However, I go to get up, and I cannot get up at all on my right leg. My right leg was totally out to lunch. So I decide to try to get up on my left leg. That's not going to work too good either, because it needs the right leg to operate also. So I crawl out of my bedroom. I'm out of the bathroom, rather. Crawl, I mean literally with the door frame, and push myself forward and get to my phone, which was in the bedroom. My whole apartment's locked up tighter than a drum. I call my brother, Larry, up in Plainfield, and him and his lovely wife come down. And they look at me, and they look at my knee, and it looks. I thought I broke my hip when I initially assessed myself. So they call the ambulance. The ambulance comes. When the ambulance gets there, I said, "You guys bring anybody with you?" Because I know usually they bring fire department for a lift assist and all that stuff. And I said, "You're going to need help to get me down those stairs," because at that point I was probably in the 300-pound range of heavy lifting down narrow stairs and a very rickety railing in my old apartment. So we do get out, go to Bacchus Hospital. They examine me, CAT scan, x-rays. Nothing's broken, thank God. So after that, at that particular weekend was the weekend that the nurses are getting ready to go on strike at the Bacchus Hospital. So they say, well, you can't stay here. We're going to transfer you up to Hartford Hospital.
Yep.
Up to Hartford Hospital, another ambulance ride. And up there, the ER doctor discovers that I got a bleed going on in that leg. And he says, we want to try to control that. And he stopped my blood thinners and all that, so that try to control that. And so eventually I get admitted to Hartford Hospital 3 or 4 days. From Hartford Hospital, I'm transferred over to Bridebrook.
It's in Niantic.
Yep. For rehab. Rehab for about 12 days, no visitors. I had to visit Gene and anybody that wanted to visit me. I was on the first floor, and I had to visit through a window. The whole
because of the pandemic, they weren't letting the facility was locked down.
Yes,
so they couldn't let anybody in.
That's right. So
could you pick a worse time to hurt yourself out? Jesus,
I know it's a bad time to fall. And I'll tell you, when I initially fell, though, Michael, I did remember that commercial that we've all seen on TV with the lady that presses the button. She says, "Help me, I've fallen and I can't get up." And I could not get up. I'll tell you, it was terrible. So anyway, so we do about a week and a half of rehab at Brybrook. And then I'm discharged to my daughter's care, who came up from Texas. And her and I both asked doctors from Hartford Hospital forward, why not do an MRI on my leg? And it fell for some unknown reason to this day, fell on deaf ears. So I get transferred. I take a plane ride with a walker and a wheelchair down to Texas to rehab with my daughter. She gets me in to see her doctor. Her doctor orders an MRI that same day. Within 2 days, I was diagnosed. I had a badly ruptured, what do they call quadricep in the right leg, and requires surgery to correct. So I go to see the doctor. The orthopedic doctor's name was
Doc.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't matter.
Anyways, and he
what
says,
matters is that you're here.
Yeah. So we do the surgery, then another week and a half of rehab at a facility in Texas, and again, no visitors,
right?
Because it was the Corona crunch there, and then I got rehab with my daughter because I had to be in a straight leg brace after the surgery because they do internal stitching of attaching that quad back to the knee, and then rehab and physical therapy, which I'm still doing even here now in Lisbon over at ECRC.
That's a very long rehab process.
Yeah.
Not even, I mean, you're in your 70s.
75. Get the age right.
But even for people in their 30s.
Oh my goodness.
That's
gracious.
an incredibly long rehab process, quad. So
even I heard even some professional ball players and stuff like that. It's
they blow their quad, they're out for the year.
Yeah. So, but the main thing is right now I'm here, I'm back, but I'm not living in Jewett City no more.
I know.
We get transferred over to Lisbon, and
see, it's funny because when we started this, and this is like the old days, you and me sitting here, just flapping our gums and talking.
Yes.
But back in the day, I gave you the moniker of Mr. Jewett City because really, who else is Mr. Jewett City? Nobody. You are Mr. Jewett City.
Yeah.
Did
everything here.
Huh?
Did everything here from announcing Little League games,
right, to DJ and stuff, to photography, and now, doing a radio.
Yeah.
And you people, got to know you as Mr. Jewett City.
Yes. Yeah.
But now you're not Mr. Jewett City anymore. You're Mr. Jewett City Emeritus.
Oh, I like that.
See, look at that. See?
I like that. Yeah. So over in Lisbon, living with a lady friend, Miss Jean Kotelsky, we were introduced to this radio station. We did a little game show here, like a dating game or something like that. That was, and I chose her, and we went out on a date, and it's been since. Jean knows the date very well. It was 7-11. There you go.
7-11.
Yes. And every time that number comes up, boy, she picks right up on that beautifully.
Does she play that?
It's a good thing. And we get along well. We like all the sports we like and all that stuff. So
we got a call here on the line now.
Hi,
who's on the line with us on SNSN this morning?
Morning, Mike. It's Tom Sparkman.
Mr. Sparkman, good morning. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Tom is the, of course, first selectman in the town of Lisbon. Tom, I have to, it's sad for me to say, but I do have to let you know that you have gained a new resident. The former Mr. Jewett City is now Mr. Jewett City Emeritus, Al Gear. He is now a Lisbon resident, and I want to congratulate you on your latest acquisition.
Well, I guess our gain is Jewett City's loss.
That's it.
Yes. Now I'm a Lisbonite.
Is that Alan I hear on the radio as well?
Yes, it is.
And good morning, Tom.
Good morning. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling better. It's a slow process, slower than I want it to be for the quad injury, but we will get there. We will get there.
Have no doubt whatsoever.
So
what do we get back in return for Mr. Jewett City?
Bucket of roses.
I don't know. I'll have to send you something fitting, I'm sure.
You get some like some like taffy or something. I don't know.
I just gotta say one thing. I'm glad that Lisbon is next to Jewett City.
Look at that, huh?
Because I can still visit and still come over here and stir the pot and then leave.
Yeah, well, watch it, because I hear Sparkman's trying to move the town to Missouri. So look out.
I'm sure you haven't lost him completely, Mike.
No, we haven't. But I certainly hope he's in good hands with you in the town of Lisbon. I know he is.
Yeah, he is. I know he's here physically, but I know that Al always has been and always has had Jewett City in his heart and his mind. So that I'm sure that's where he will be, even though he's physically here.
Yeah.
Amen.
So how you been, Tom? Everything's shaping up for you guys in Lisbon right now?
Yeah. We're doing well. Actually, we June 1st we will be modifying our restrictions here at the town hall. June 1st we will be open by appointment only, but we will go back to in-person meetings. So that's a little bit of a modification. The senior center is changing some of their procedures. All of that is up on the website for both the town hall and the senior center. So yeah, we're loosening some of the protocols a little bit just because of the way the numbers are. But we're always mindful that it could at any time go in the opposite direction. So we have to monitor that to see if we have to reassess at some point going forward.
Very good. Well, I'm glad to hear everything's going well. I just wanted you to welcome Mr. Jewett City. I know this is a very impromptu thing.
I'm certainly glad to welcome him. It's wonderful to have him as a resident here in town, and I'm glad to hear that he's feeling well.
I even got to test your emergency services over there one night this past 2 weeks. I took a little digger in Gene's place, and I got one of these new smartwatches, and it dials 911 for you.
Well, I hope they took good care of you.
Yes, they did, sir. Very good.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much for calling in on such short notice. I appreciate it.
You all take care.
All right, Tom.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Mr. Sparkman, the first selectman in the town of Lisbon, letting him know that our loss here in Jewett City is Lisbon's game. As a gain is now it is Mr. Jewett City Emeritus.
Jewett City Americas.
Not Americus.
Oh.
Emeritus.
Emeritus. Emeritus.
Okay. Yeah, it's like Latin for whatever.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to look it up, but
there you go.
Hold on. I'm talking words and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
I hope it's in the
That's
dictionary.
not the first time. So.
I hope it's in the dictionary.
Oh, it will be.
Just ask Google. They know everything.
It's an adjective.
Yes.
It's of the former holder of an office, especially a college professor or a town, whatever, having retired but allowed to retain their title as an honor.
Oh.
So there you go.
I got the honor.
Mr. Jewett City
I'll
Emeritus.
Like Tom Sparkman just said, I'll never lose the love that I got for Jewett City. It
it's true.
never will go away.
No, of course not. Of course not. How would that be? That wouldn't happen. So
when you do 75 here, it's a long time.
But you get 75 more. So.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. You know what that is, Michael.
It's a long time, brother. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Mr. Jewett City. We're going to emeritus, and we're going to speak to him regarding the Memorial Day ceremonies
Yes.
that are going to be happening, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll keep it right here. It's SN Radio. Good morning.
You buy better.
You buy better.
Much better. So much better. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better.
When was the last time you considered the benefits of having all your insurance handled in one place? One number to call, a licensed account manager dedicated to your policies, discounts for having your policies with one company. The list goes on. Did you know the Burns Agency has a team dedicated specifically to home, auto, umbrella, flood, life insurance, business insurance, including workers' comp and professional policies? We do it all. Call, email, chat us online today. Experience the products and service our loyal customers receive and appreciate. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Much better. So much better. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
SN Internet Radio Weather is being brought to you by Dean's Corner Diner, Main Street, Jewett City. Call them and have your order ready for pickup, 860-376-9141. Are you looking to make a smart choice today? Well, if you are, then choose to get breakfast or lunch today at Dean's Corner Diner in Jewett City. Whether it's eggs, pancakes, burgers, or homemade soup, Dean's Corner Diner is always a smart choice. Call and order ahead by calling 860-376-9141. Dean is open 7 days a week, so come in, mask up, and eat up. Dean's Corner Diner, Main Street, Jewett City. This is your local weather forecast on SNSN. Partly sunny skies today, then gradually becoming mostly sunny as the clouds roll away. Temperatures reaching just about 80 degrees today. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, temperatures dropping down to about 51 degrees and a little bit of a wind coming from the northwest around 7 miles per hour. And for Friday, a 50% chance of rain after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, and temperatures on Friday only reaching about 68.
They mix it up a lot, and I can listen to them for longer periods of time.
Let's rock. SN.
And good morning. Welcome back to the show. 8:51. Mr. Jewett City here is joining us. Mr. Jewett City Emeritus is no longer a member of the Jewett City tax rolls.
Yeah,
Get the hell out! They're saying
we're gonna go stir up the pot in Lisbon now.
It'll never be the same.
No.
So let's talk about the Memorial Day
sir.
festivities. Now that is going to be, of course, Monday. There's going to be a parade and a monument dedication.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to be, like the borough warden and burgesses are involved, as well as Ed Burdick.
Yes.
And yourself.
And Ed Burdick representing, I believe, the veterans.
Yep, the VFW.
VFW,
Yep.
yes.
So tell me, this started like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or even longer?
I believe it was about 4 to 5 years ago.
Okay.
We started when I was on the board of warden and burgesses.
You were actually the warden at the time.
In the borough, yes. Yeah. And I started a fund, GoFundMe, or a thing for people to mail in donations, because I wanted to create a monument that would represent veterans after Vietnam, because I know they're covered up through Vietnam, from Revolutionary War, World War I to Korea War, everything in between. But they didn't have a monument that represented after Vietnam. And Lord knows we've been through some conflicts since Vietnam. Yep. So we started to get some donations in, and then it kind of fell off because donations fell off. So consequently, now the new board of Warden Bridges, led by Mr. Tim Jockey, and I applaud him immensely for researching this and found some funds through a grant to finish up the raising of the money for the monument, which is, I'm told now, in the $13,000 range, which is, I mean, that's a lot of ching to come up with, a lot of ching.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to have a monument, and we're going to be dedicating that on Monday morning up here at the park, and dedicating it. And it's going to, in parts, it's going to read, representing, in honor of all the veterans in the area that are from the Iraq War, or the Iraqi Freedom, Desert Storm, and all that. And it's even got space on there that you can add more conflicts, because Lord knows there'll probably be more conflicts as we go on. And that way, this monument, being the lack of space in that veteran Fanning Park, being it's very lack of space of putting any more monuments in there. So it's going to be good. Our veterans beyond this day, And I, like I said, once again, I can't say it enough. I honor the current board of Warden Bridges for researching this and finding this monies, and now we're going to get this project done. And thank God, I mean, because this is something that's been worked on for a long time, trying to raise the money, and it just wasn't going nowhere.
But it happened.
It happened, and thank God. And guess what? We're going to have probably one of the first parades since Corona. Here in the borough of Jewett City. And I think that's a great honor. I think the Memorial Day parade in the past was one of the oldest in the nation, I believe.
And the parade goes from Fanning Park. It'll go down to St. Mary's Cemetery.
St. Mary's Cemetery in Lisbon.
Right across the bridge.
Yes.
And then they always drop a wreath.
Yes.
Right over
in
the bridge.
War. Yeah.
Now, what does that commemorate?
That commemorates all the veterans that have passed away from submarines and battleships and in the Navy and the Marine world.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's a great day, and I hope everybody comes out. I'm understanding now that we look at the future forecast for coming up, and like a lot of Memorial Days I can remember, it always seemed to rain on Memorial Day, but this one seems like now to be a very nice day. So come out and enjoy that. And there's going to be some guest speakers there and talking about the monument. And I think it was Burgess Kruger that even commented to me. He says, unlike some places around the country, they were tearing down statues.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be erecting one to honor veterans.
That's true. All over the country, there have been monuments that have been pulled down, destroyed,
and
we're putting one up.
Yes, and it's going to be a beautiful ceremony. Jim Kruger has gone over with me, and we got a beautiful cape, I guess, to cover the monument to do the unveiling. And I believe that Mrs. Sylvester, Norman Sylvester's wife, we're gonna be unveiling that morning.
I understand Heather Summers is going to be here.
I heard that Blumenthal and
don't expect him to show up.
A number of people. I don't expect the governor even to show up, but Heather Summers, that'll be great to have her. Anybody that shows up will be greatly appreciated. I know people have business, and you can't always free yourself up to be at a certain place at a certain time. But
Well, remember, we're east of the river.
this is yeah. Amen.
There's this line of
Amen.
demarcation
Amen to that, Michael.
for a
Amen.
lot of the people in Hartford. It's like, it's like, no, we can't go past the line.
Yeah. It's like a wall.
It is. It is. It's like a line of demarcation. So it's a Monday morning. When is the festivities going to start at Fanning Park?
Well, they're going to start at 9 a.m. However, I'll be up there by 8:30, and most people start filing in around 8:30, and the parade people will be there also, because as soon as the ceremonies are done at Fanning Park, then they do the parade down Main Street. And it's a great day. I mean, everybody's got to come out and enjoy that. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It's only going to be like half hour.
Right. It's not a very long parade. Yeah. But it's especially now after being down over a year of no parades, it's time to have a parade.
Yeah. There's going to be some singers. There's going to be a singer, I know.
We'll do the Star Spangled Banner, right?
I believe so, yeah. So that's or America the Beautiful, one of the two. But but that's also going to be there. They're going to have a gun salute.
Yes.
There's going to be a flyover.
Yes, a flyover that traditionally happens with most Memorial Day parades. And I'll tell you, these things, they seem like they're right on top of you. They do a nice job doing that.
So that's all going to go down on Monday.
Memorial Day Monday. Yes,
that's it. With Mr. Jewett City Emeritus.
Yes, come on down, see us, please, and it would be greatly appreciated. The bigger the crowd, the better.
All right, we're gonna break for news, and that's that. So we'll see you in a bit right here on SNSN Radio. Al, thanks for coming,
and thank you for having me.
Anytime, brother
from a different mother.
All right, it's SNSN.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
The 9 a.m. report on the Streaming News and Sports Network.